More on those headline stories in just a moment. We begin with this story now. Northwest education officials are still investigating alleged racism at Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke. Now, a photograph showing black grade R pupils seated separately from their white classmates led to protests yesterday. A teacher has since been suspended. The school's governing body claims the children are, in fact, happily integrated. ENCA's Govan Whittles has been following that story for us. He joins us now live from Schweizer-Reneke. So, Govan, there were some efforts by the Education MEC just yesterday to try and smooth over the situation somewhat. The suspension of the teacher was one measure to do just that, but school does not continue today.
That's right, Michelle, and we've actually gotten down to the reason why there aren't any classes, and that all stems from a WhatsApp voice note shared in the Schweizer-Reneke information group last night, purporting to be from some of the parents, specifically the white parents, saying that they don't believe that the school is safe, and they are encouraging other parents not to send their children to school today and possibly on Monday. Of course, that message didn't reach many of the black parents who arrived here at the school this morning with their children and were shocked to find that the children were being told to go back to go back home and return next week. But the action is not finished here. I'm just going to ask my camera person, Mkhomotsi Setuki, to show you the types of confrontations that are currently happening outside of the school. Basically, we have groups of black parents and concerned community members who are here to talk to some of the school people, but instead they found other white parents and concerned community members from the white community that are here to protect the school, they say. And this has led to a lot of arguments erupting between the two groups, further claims of racism. And in essence, the white community that's here has come to defend their reasons for not sending their kids to school today. So this is some of the things that are happening in the aftermath of the MEC initiating that investigation and suspending the grade R learner. We did speak to some representatives from AfriForum who came here this morning as well, saying that they don't believe that the suspension of that grade R teacher was the correct move. But we also spoke to the chairperson of the school governing body, and he was talking to us about the aftermath of that picture being posted on social media. Let's have a look at what he said.
Yesterday when we saw the photo, we were also angered by what we saw, and the headmaster and I immediately started to investigate to see what happened. And apparently, according to the teacher, the kids were quite unsettled. You must realize they were 5 years old, going to grade R. It's the first day they're going to a new school, and she grouped them in a way she thought would settle them quickly and comfort them. And while this was going on, a parent asked her, "How's my kid doing? How's my kid doing?" And the teacher thought she's going to do something well. She's taking a photo of all the kids in the class and sending it on to all the parents, so that the parents can see their kids are happy and they're not crying anymore after being dropped off at school. And yes, unfortunately, the picture came out quite wrong. And it was sent on social media, it exploded on social media, and it went viral. And the image it portrays is definitely not the image of this school. This is an excellent school that has come a long way with integration, and for many, many years there hasn't been any racial incidents at this school. And even what happened, there was no intent of racism or segregation from the teacher's side. She just...
Can I just come in? So you're saying that she grouped the children to settle them, but why did she decide to put the white kids in one group and the black kids in another?
No, I don't know. That will come out in the investigation that's going to be conducted from next week, and we'll learn from there. Perhaps it could be a language issue. Perhaps those kids are not speaking Afrikaans, maybe speaking Setswana or English, and the other small kids are just speaking Afrikaans. You must remember they are 5-year-old kids, and that could have been the reason, but it doesn't help we speculate about it. We'll see when the investigation is being done.
So, Govan, on the one hand, the SGB is saying that there was nothing untoward, that the school has come a long way in terms of integration. So that tells one part of the story. And yet, on the other side of the coin, we look at how the parents have reacted to the story. You've just described to us this WhatsApp message that went out to a particular set of parents, warning them of danger, security issues at the school today. That set of parents, for the most part, it seems, not including the black parents there at Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke. So there are two different stories here. The one talks about integration. The other one shows clearly that there is real polarization.
Yeah, there's no doubt in some of the black parents' minds that there is racism at the school. In fact, we spoke to one of the aunties of a pupil who's been here for more than a year, and she described how her child or her nephew is being called a swartiki, him and all his friends, and they essentially don't mix with some of the other white pupils, and the same applies for the parents. The black parents and white parents hardly mix here, and she says it's a source of great frustration, more so because the child seems to understand that what he's experiencing is racism, arriving at home and asking his aunt why I'm being called these types of names. So the school governing body's assertion that there's no racism here and that the school is well integrated is certainly not true if we believe the parents' side. And this morning we also saw some of the black pupils who were arriving here this morning, and they were really the ones that were being turned away and had no idea what was going on, whereas there was a lot of organization from the white community, and they came to support each other. So, I mean, the parents of the black pupils are here now. They're hesitant to appear on camera because they don't want their children to get involved, but we're also having business people from the Schweizer-Reneke community arriving here to show the support for the school, saying that they want to defend the school. But when we ask them defend against who, they're not able to say. So the tensions certainly are here, but one thing is for certain, that the SGB's claim that there's no racism in this school certainly falls flat if we listen to the parents.
Yeah, I mean, Govan, is it even more worrisome that the SGB still insists on this narrative of an integrated school, doesn't see really much of a problem, according to the soundbite we've just listened to, that the children were separated very clearly according to race, saying that there must be some other kind of explanation. So that's my one question to you. And secondly, what does the MEC say about the kinds of interventions that must now take place at Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke?
Yeah, it would seem as if the SGB is in denial about the true state of the school and the level of integration. We're not sure what they mean by integration because all 19 teachers here at the school are white, and the population of black learners is extremely low. In fact, there was a march that was led to the school last year by the community in Epelecheng, which is the township just outside of Schweizer-Reneke, and they basically marched on the school to demand that they increase the number of black learners here. So the view from the SGB and the view from the community and the parents is certainly very, very different. And then, of course, the pupils that are attending the school and the things that they're being subjected to, they're the ones that are reporting back to their parents every evening about what's going on. And the parents don't seem convinced that there is transformation here. But the MEC did say one of the most important interventions would be to balance out the teacher, the diversity in the teaching pool here at the school. So essentially he wants to employ more black teachers. We asked the SGB why they haven't done so, and they claimed that they're not able to find black teachers or colored people who could teach in Afrikaans. It's an excuse which we heard at different schools in Gauteng over the last 3 years when similar incidents arose, but the parents and some of the other community members certainly aren't buying it. So the MEC wants more black teachers here, more black people attending the school, but of course he's going to announce further interventions after that investigation is concluded. That begins next Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks very much for that update. Our reporter Govan Whittles live to us there from Laerskool Schweizer-Reneke as this saga still continues. We are being told that the Northwest Education Department is still investigating alleged racism at the school. Classes, it would appear, have been suspended for today, possibly also for next Monday.